Welcome to Art Dawald Gymnasium and Atomic TV's presentation of Bomber Basketball presented by Fowler General Construction. We're here watching Hermiston take on your Richland Bombers. We saw an electric performance last night from Jackson Woodard, Landon Northrop, and Lance Hornevat, and we look to see that continue today in what should be an absolute blowout of the game.
Yeah, the Bombers coming off a really strong victory over the Jamaican Braves, like stated by Kennedy, Lance, Landon, and Jackson Woodard. Really hot last night as the boys take the court here. Going to get loose and continue their win streak.
Welcome to Richland High School and Art Dawald Gymnasium, home to the home-court advantage in the MCC. Tonight, live from the hangar of MCC Conference matchup, featuring the Hermiston Bulldogs and your Richland Bombers. The Hermiston Bulldogs enter tonight's game 3-7 in conference play and 4-8 overall. The Bombers enter tonight's game 10-0 in conference play and 13-0 overall. Tonight's game we conduct under the rules and regulations of the MCC and the WIAA. All spectators are encouraged to root for their team and asked to display good sportsmanship towards opponents and officials. Spectators who make harassing comments, including those of a racial or sexual nature, will be removed from the gymnasium. Reminder, spectators are not allowed on the gym floor at any time during the game. We would like to remind you that RSD is a tobacco-free school district. Tobacco products and alcohol beverages are not permitted on school property. Signs other than the official school banner and the use of any type of noisemakers are strictly prohibited. At the conclusion of the game, spectators will remain in the bleachers until all players, coaches, and officials have entered their respective locker rooms. We hope you'll enjoy tonight's contest and support our efforts to respect human dignity by promoting good citizenship and sportsmanship in high school interscholastic athletics. Have friends and family who want to follow along the game here tonight. Well, the game is being broadcast live on YouTube by our Dustin Dots Atomic TV program. To watch the game, go to youtube.com, search for Atomic TV, and join Aiden Morash and Kennedy Tate for all the action. Now, fans, it is my pleasure to introduce the players for tonight's Mid-Columbia Conference matchup. First, the non-stars for the visiting Hermiston Bulldogs. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 3, Nathaniel Henderson. At wing, a 6'3" junior, number 4, Jose Juarez Rodriguez. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 10, Quentin Warner. At wing, a 6'4" junior, number 20, Jordan Edwards. At guard, a 6' sophomore, number 24, Carson Bacon. And at forward, a 6'3" sophomore, number 32, Braxton Brazil. Now it's time to meet the starters for the Bulldogs. At guard, a 6'4" junior, number 0, Rue Olson. At wing, a 6'4" junior, number 1, Lane Simmons. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 2, Carter Swanson. At guard, a 6'2" junior, number 5, James Young. And at forward, a 6'5" senior, number 13, Evan Hayes. The head coach of the Bulldogs is Brian Edwards. He's assisted by Robert Gomez, Taneas Dunn, and Austin Nalen.
Face getting clearer. The past is gone. It went by like dust to dawn.
5,000 people, if not more, on hand here at Dawald Gym.
And I think the whole city of Richland is here for this ball game.
meet and greet your Richland Bombers. First and outside for the Bombers. At guard, 5'11" freshman, number 2, Hayden Mitchell. At 4'6'4" senior, 5, Paige Schultz. At guard, 6' sophomore, number 2, Nash Powers. At 4'6'5" junior, number 24, Zach Landers. At guard, 6'1" junior, number 30, Lance Johnson. At 4'6'2" junior, number 14, Riker Harris. Now it's time to meet tonight's starting 5. At guard, 6'5" senior from Living Middle School, number 1, Landon Northrup. At guard, 6'8" senior from Living Middle School, number 3, Blaze Horavan. At 6'2" senior from Living Middle School, number 4, Brandon Edwards. At 6'4" senior from Roosevelt Middle School, number 10, Josiah Scacco. At 6'3" junior from Chief Johnson Middle School, number 32, Jackson Wood. Head coach Jerry Roberts is a little short for his assistants of Bruce Roberts and Dylan Radlett, Austin Cook, and Danny Casavan. Now they enjoy New Beach Live here on our country to play our national anthem. Tonight will be played by RHS Bomb Squad Band under the direction of drum major Dylan Trigg and the instruction of Matt Larson. Thank you, and shout out to the best singing band in the lake. Tonight together to the Black Hurricane, Carlos Cruz and Demetrius Strauss. Our Georgia Free Festival.
Welcome back to your broadcast here on Atomic TV, and what is surely going to be a thrilling matchup for your Richland Bombers as they take on Hermiston, who travel all the way down from Oregon. A little interesting tidbit, Hermiston is the only Oregon school in the WIAA because of travel reasons. Anyways, though, we're looking forward to see a very great matchup. And your Bombers have been electric so far.
Yeah, should be a good one here. Kennedy Bombers coming off of a recent win last night against the Jamaican Braves. Very commanding victory for the Bombers as they scored triple digits, surpassed the 100-point mark. As we're about to get underway here, Lance Hornvet to jump for the Bombers, Lane Simmons for the Bulldogs, as Lance Hornvet wins another tip-off, Landon Northrup starting it off for the Bombers. Out to Jackson Woodard for 3. Does not get it to fall. Stackout fighting for the board, tips it to Northrup, takes a 2 of his own, does not drop, but he is fouled. And he will head to the line here for the Bombers, looking to get them started for the night. Foul on number 5, James Young of the Bulldogs. And Northrup gets that first one to drop for the Bombers. And the reload is good as well. See how the Hermiston Bulldogs look to respond to that. Bombers bringing the pressure here early as Braylon Edwards surpasses midcourt there. Jackson Woodard up top on the ball. Now Stacko guarding Carter Swanson. Swanson looking for an opening, does not have it. Decides to drive towards the corner. Kicking it back out to Lane Simmons. Lane Simmons looking inside, guarded by Northrup. Braylon Edwards picking that man up now. Bombers doing a great job of calling out their switches. Braylon now guarding ball. Going down low, and that bucket is good for James Young. Starting the night off right. 2-2 here at Art Dawald. Lance Hornvet going to work now. A little spin move. Pull up Jay. Great shot there from Lance Hornvet. As defenders fall asleep here, and the Bulldogs going to run down the court here. Open lay does not drop. Board for the Bulldogs. Now in the corner. Does not go. Well off the mark. Lance Hornvet up the court now to Jackson Woodard. Woodard pulls up with 2 of his own. 6-2 Bombers. Jackson Woodard starting his campaign for the night. Landon Northrup now guarding Lane Simmons up top. Swings it around to the wing. Down low back. Great find down low to Lane Simmons. His lay is good. Now Lance Hornvet bringing the ball up for the Bombers. Guarded up top. He's going to drive down low. Gets to the free throw. Knocks it down. Great pull-up J there from Lance Hornvet. He's up to 4 on the night. Bombers starting off hot early. Braylon Edwards playing great defense. We're going to have a foul call here. Braylon a little upset with that call, as that foul will be on him. Personally, I think that was pretty good defense, Kennedy, but nonetheless, it will be Hermiston Bulldog basketball staying here. He's going to inbound it right around the Bomber bench. It'll be Rue Olson. Tries to find Lane Simmons instead, stolen away by Landon Northrup from the Bombers on the fast break here. He's going to find Woodard for 3 from the wing, as it's good. Jackson Woodard with another 3. He's been so hot as of late from deep. Up to 5 on the night for Woodard. And 100% from 3 is Northrup, giving the pressure up top. Tipped out of bounds there off Woodard. Hermiston basketball staying here, 21 left on the shot clock. James Young inbounds it. Simmons down on the baseline, looking for an opening, guarded by Hornvet, and he gets it. Great pull-up there from Lane Simmons. He's already up to 4 on the night. Lance Hornvet now with the ball for the Bombers. Screen from Braylon Edwards. Lance looking to get inside, finds Braylon Edwards down low. Braylon looking to kick it out, instead stolen away by Lane Simmons. And the Bulldogs on the fast break now, finds a man down low. Tipped away by Woodard. Bulldogs looking to go to work, and a little bit of an air ball there from Evan Hayes off the mark. Now Lance Hornvet going to work down low, using that big body of his. Lance Hornvet and 1. Let's see if he can convert the 3-point play here shortly. Hornvet already up to 6 points, following a 40-point game in their last matchup, looking to add on to that recent success. See, eyes down the free throw, and it is good. Lance Hornvet converting another 3-point play, as we've seen time and time again this year. Up to 7 on the night, having half of the Bombers' points. Double team here from Lance and Landon. Braylon picking up the loose cannon, driving baseline now. That lane no good. Lance picking it up. Braylon fighting for the rebound, out to Lance now. A little bit of a wolf behind him, tipped away now. Braylon coming up with it. Josiah Stackow from the baseline. That too is good for Josiah Stackow. Seems to be his bread and butter, Kennedy. He just gets inside and shoots those mid-ranges. Not much of a 3-ball shooter in Josiah Stackow.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely a mini magician is what we'd call him.
Of that.
But if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh yeah, no, certainly. He makes a lot of mid-range jump shots as the Bulldogs with possession of the basketball, looking to get inside here on Woodard. No good. We're gonna have a foul here. Should be a shooting foul on Woodard. His first of the night. And we're gonna have James Young at the line for the Bulldogs. As the Bulldogs find themselves in an early hole here, down 10, 16-6. Bombers lead. First one is good for Young. Young with the reload. Second shot way off the mark, well deep. Lance Hornvet coming up with the rebound. Jackson Woodard now with the ball. Crosses midcourt. Looking down low to Landon Northrup, doesn't have him. Instead, Braylon Edwards up top with the screen there for Lance Hornvet. looking to go to work here. Lance, 3 of his own. Why don't you, Lance? Have a night. Lance Hornvet with the 3, up to 10 points, double digits already here. Not even 4 minutes into the game for Lance Hornvet. On pace for a special night. As Landon Northrup clamping Lane Simmons up top. Decides to switch with Jackson Woodard. James Young now with the ball. Looking inside, has nobody. As Skacko tips away the ball. Bulldogs looking flustered here early. Carter Swanson now going to be double teamed. Way to maintain possession of the ball. No good on the lay. Crashing the board. Bulldogs don't get the layup to drop. The Bombers on the fast break now. Skacko finds Hornvet. Hornvet going to get inside with a spin move. A little bit of contact. No foul call. Instead, we're going to get one here. Josiah Skacko will head to the line. Shooting 2 for the Bombers. Foul going to be on 13 for Hermiston. That is Evan Hayes. And we're going to have a timeout by the Bulldogs here. Try and go to the drawing board and get something going as they are down 12 to the Bombers.
Yeah, so just to touch a little bit on the history of your Hermiston Bulldogs, they're coached by Brian Edwards, who is well known among the Tri-Cities and the larger area as a very good basketball trainer. He's trained many of these Richland guys, so he does know these people, and he does know like player development and definitely understands the game of basketball right now. So I've seen so far this game, this is a very skilled Hermiston team. A little bit undersized in comparison, but I think he's going to look to do a little bit less fundamentals actually and try to get some more of the intricate workings here. And if they can do that, this could become a more competitive game because Richland's just going to run, shoot, defend. And so I think Hermiston's going to look to employ a little bit more advanced tactics to try to slow down this Bomber offense, you know?
Yeah, very well said there from Kennedy. Brian Edwards, obviously a very famous basketball coach here around the area for player development and coached many players on the Bomber basketball squad. Josiah Skacko digs in for his first free throw, will not get it to fall. 2 points on the night for Skacko. See if he can add to it here. As he does, gets the second free throw to drop. Skacko up to 3 on the night, and the Bombers at 20 points. Bombers showing a little bit of a press here. Bulldogs do not break it as Lance Ray Hornvet comes up with a steal there. He's gonna take a pull-up 3. Why not? Does not go. Comes up short. Boarded by Braylon. Jackson Woodard now with the ball. He's going to take a little J from the free throw. And it is good. Jackson Woodard, get to your spot and execute. Great pull-up jumper there from Jackson. As he's now up to 7 on the night. Hermiston Bulldogs now crossing midcourt. Carter Swanson with the ball. Feeds it to James Young. Guarded by Skacko. Now Lane Simmons. Bombers doing a great job of hedging the screens. Braylon Edwards, one of the main guys out there, picking up the switches. Tries to get the cross-court pass, no good. Lance Hornvet on the breakaway. We'll see if he does something. And he almost does with the lay there. Instead, he's fouled by number 5, James Young. Lance Hornvet heading to the line, looking to add to his 10-point total.
James Young, his second personal, team 4.
Bulldogs already 4 fouls this quarter, 1 more, and the Bombers will head to the line every single time they get a foul. As Lance knocks down the first. And we're going to have a sub here for Hermiston. We got Juarez Rodriguez in for Rue Olson. And the second for Hornvet, it is good. He is up to 12 on the night now. Bulldogs looking to break the Bombers' press. Should be successful here. Not too aggressive from the Bombers. Braylon Edwards now clamping Lane Simmons. One of the best defenders in the MCC in Braylon Edwards as the Bulldogs get a 3 to drop. Carter Swanson, he begins his night on the board now. Landon Northrup losing the ball a little bit, tipped away now. Great defense from the Bulldogs. Jackson Woodard responds with a steal of his own. Down to Northrup. Northrup with the lay is good. Great find there from Jackson Woodard. You see Landon Northrup on the block there. Landon up to 4 on the night. Now the Bulldogs cross midcourt. Juarez Rodriguez now swings it to the wing. And Carter Swanson looking inside, finds his guy. We're gonna have a foul call here. Should be on Woodard, and it will be his second of the night.
Richland foul 22, Jackson Woodard, his second personal, team 3rd.
Lane Simmons to the line here for the Bulldogs, and expecting the sub for the Bombers, Caden Mitchell, most likely going in for Woodard.
Caden Mitchell into the game for Richland.
And the Bulldogs making subs themselves. Drew Olson subbing in for James Young. Lane Simmons digging in for a second free throw. It is good. Lane Simmons converts his free throws, up to 6 on the night. Hornvet now crossing midcourt, finds Edwards on the wing. Guarded heavily, but he gets rid of it to Stacko. Now we have Landon up top. Kicks it back out to Edwards. Edwards back to Landon. Landon 4-3. Boarded by Stacko. Stacko going up with a jumper there down low. Does not connect. Instead boarded by Simmons. Simmons looking to get past midcourt here, as he does successfully. Does not find his guy. Tipped away by Stacko. It'll be Hermiston Bulldog basketball staying here. And Rue Olson inbound for the Bulldogs. Kicks it out to Lane Simmons up top. Lane Simmons guarded by Lance Hornvet. Don't think he's going to get inside successfully at all. And Nathaniel Henderson in for the Bulldogs. We missed that substitution, but new member on the court for the Bulldogs. Hermiston basketball staying here. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Need to be smart with the time here, as Lane Simmons is going to look to take care of business here. Looks to get inside. Going to take a pull-up from the elbow. Off the mark as rebounded by Hornvet. Minute 23 remaining here in the first quarter at Art Dawald. Lance Hornvet, deep three. Off the mark. Tipped away by Stacko, fighting for the board. Lane Simmons coming up with that one. Looking up the court. Finds his guy in Juarez. Rodriguez, he drives to the ring. Does not get it to drop. Caden Mitchell, the freshman for the Bombers, finds Hornvet. Hornvet going to drive all the way. He's going to go. He's going to try and tip it in. Braylon Edwards coming up with that board now. Outside, Landon Northrup, 4-3. And it's good. Landon Northrup, one of the finest shooters in the MCC and one of the finest shooters on the squad. Landon Northrup up to 7 points on the night. Caden Mitchell now playing defense on the wing, as Carter Swanson having trouble finding people. Deep three for Hermiston, does not drop. Rebounded by Stacko. Tipped away now, playing great defense. Oh my goodness, a little bit of rat ball going on here. Juarez Rodriguez has the ball on the wing. Swings it outside, no, deep three for Hermiston, does not drop. Instead, boarded by Lane Simmons. He gets the putback lay. Bulldogs trying to show some fight here with time expiring in the first quarter. Caden Mitchell now with the ball on the wing. Feeds it back to Hornvet. Hornvet looking inside, does not find Northrup. Stolen away by the Bulldogs. Deep three, Carter Swanson off the mark. Bulldogs fighting for the board. Juarez Rodriguez off the mark. Landon, 1 second left on the clock, gets it off. No good. Very close three from Landon. He wanted that one badly.
Yeah, after 1 quarter of play, your Bombers 29 visiting Hermiston Bulldogs 14. They are up by just over double. And we'd like to say thank you to Fowler General Construction as they've sponsored this broadcast. Fowler is committed to celebrating Atomic TV student broadcasters and student athletes and their successes on and off the court. Fowler General Construction is the superior choice for general contracting services all throughout the Tri-Cities.
Yeah, thank you to Fowler Construction, and thank you to all the sponsors. We really appreciate it. You make everything possible here at Atomic TV.
Yeah, so throughout this game, we see, honestly, Richland not play the best of what we've seen and what we've called them so far. They are obviously still up. But we've also seen Hermiston not make their shots, and I think if they had made even just 3 or more of those shots, this game starts to look a lot different than it does.
Yeah.
You know, they've been shooting a lot of threes. They make 3 more, that's 9 extra points.
Yeah.
And then that's like a 6-point game or something like that, you know?
Yeah, without a doubt, the Hermiston Bulldogs still in this game. Rue Olson, a little struggling from deep here recently, which we don't normally see from him. Like Kenny said, if they get a couple more shots to drop it right in this game, so no doubt Bulldogs still have a chance to come back and make something happen in this game. But like you said, off to a slow start for the Bombers. Only 29 here in the first quarter. Still on pace to score over 100, though. Lance Hornvet, the leading scorer in the game, with 12. And Lane Simmons closely behind with 8. And as Rue Olson here inbounds it to Lane Simmons, guarded by Hornvet. Caden Schultz into the game for the Bombers. As Braylon Edwards takes a seat on the bench. Down low to Lane Simmons on the baseline, finds his guy inside. Great ball movement here from Hermiston, and he's gonna get the and one. Rue Olson, Carter Swanson found him down low. Rue Olson looking to convert on that and one opportunity. Rue Olson's first basket of the game, see if he can add to it here. And He does not. Hornvet with another rebound. Hornvet already up to 4 boards on the night. Dishes it out to Schultz. Schultz has nothing, instead feeds it to Northrup. Northrup looking for a spin, doesn't get it. Back to Schultz. Schultz back to Northrup. Northrup finding Mitchell on the baseline. He has nothing. Northrup getting double teamed. Finds Stacko down low. Bulldogs playing great defense. The Hermiston Bulldogs coach is loving that. Hornvet now in the corner. Oh, Landon Northrup wide open for 3. And it is good. Landon James Northrup. Sharpshooter. 10 points on the night now for Northrup. That's his spot right there, Kennedy. Get on that right side of the wing. It's usually automatic from there.
Yeah, that was a situation which we saw Hermiston play near perfect defense for about 27 seconds, but you really do got to close them out for that full 30, and it took the Bombers a while, but they were able to find a break, and Landon took advantage of that.
And a great 3 here from Carter Swanson.
As he responds.
Responds instantly, as it seems, Kennedy. Bulldogs down 13 here, Art Dawald. Caden Mitchell, a little flustered up top. Feeds it to Northrup. Northrup being double teamed. Schultz finds Stacko inside. Stacko back out to Mitchell. Mitchell. It appears that the Bulldogs are like doubling everything. Northrup, 3 guys on him, shoots it over. No good. Stacko instead down low is going to go to work, and there's going to be a foul here. They were looking for an offensive foul from the Hermiston bench. That just was not the case at all, as they brought down Stacko with him. Stacko heading to the line here, shooting 2. Looking to add to his 3-point total on the night. As the first does not drop. See if he can make some minor adjustments and reload on the second one. As he does, Stacko successfully makes the second free throw. He's up to 4 on the night. Bombers with a 14-point lead. Lane Simmons marching down unguarded. Nobody picks him up. He's going to take it all the way to the paint, and it's good. Great right-handed finish there from Lane Simmons. We're going to get a timeout from Brian Edwards, the Hermiston basketball coach. A little bit of a regroup, try and figure out a game plan as they find themselves down 12 here. Jackson Woodard will be checking into the game after this quick break.
Yeah, I think both teams actually are saying the exact same thing going into both these huddles, is that we need to be more offensive, we need to score more, be more prolific in our scoring. Because Richland does find themselves ahead, but they can do better. And you've seen a little bit of like slow from them. Some things just aren't clicking. Shots are still being made, but it's not making the typical fashion. And then Hermiston just needs to like go quicker and make more shots, and then take more advantage of the possessions they have, and look to create some through some like turnovers or whatnot. And I think that's actually a rare case. You don't normally see that. Normally it's like, okay, this team got to do this team has to do that. I think the aligned goal here is just more offense from both sides.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kennedy. It's the Hermiston Bulldogs slowing down their offense a little bit better in this second quarter. See Lance Hornvet swings the rock there to Caden Schultz. To Northrup now with this Hornvet back up top. Woodard now with the ball. I don't know what type of defense the Bulldogs are running here. As Northrup takes a deep 3. Does not connect, off the mark. Rebounded there by Carter Swanson down low. He's getting pressured though by the Bombers. Might get trapped here on the sideline as Schultz comes up with a steal. Great defense from the Bombers. Woodard now, 3 of his own. And it is good. Jackson Woodard. He's a sniper from downtown as of late. Loving it from Jackson Woodard, up to double digits now. 10 points for Woodard on the night. Northrup guarding Simmons up top. Now switches to Schultz. Bombers playing great defense here early. Deep 3, no good for the Bulldogs. Rebound Stacko. Kicks it up to Schultz. Schultz looking to kick it down to Northrup. Northrup now coming up with it on the baseline. Instead swings it outside. Hornvet now deep 3 of his own. And it's connecting. The Bombers heating up from deep. Lance Hornvet up to 15 on the night. Like I mentioned in last night's broadcast, there's just not many people that are 6'8" that can shoot the 3 ball that effectively.
Yeah, no, he really is just like a swift army knife. He can just give you whatever you want. It's almost like a pick your own adventure. You just get to decide what you want any given play, and he does it.
Jack of all trades, as people would like to say, Kennedy, from Lance Hornvet. Northrup now guarding Rue Olson. Olson looking to make something happen for the Bulldogs, and he doesn't. Landon over coming to the steal. We have a little breakaway here. Let's see if something special happens. Northrup almost lost the ball, but regained possession and gets the layup to drop. He's up to 12 on the night. Great finish from Landon Northrup as he guards Simmons in the fast break. Simmons loses it. Landon Northrup with another steal. He had 5 last night against Kamiakin. Little floater from Lance Ray Hornvet. Amazing touch from the kid as he's up to 17 on the night. Almost single-handedly outscoring the Bulldogs on his own. Lane Simmons finds this guy down low, and Juarez Rodriguez, and he's gonna get an and one. Great finish there from Juarez Rodriguez as Jackson Woodard commits another foul for the Bombers. He's up to 3 on the night. Gonna be expecting a sub here. Braylon Edwards now into the game for Jackson Woodard. Or is Rodriguez looking to convert this 3-point play? And it is off the mark. Hornvet with another rebound. Marching up the court now for the Bombers. Looking for an open man, finds it, and Edwards inside, kicks it out to Schultz. Schultz gonna drive inside, right hand, finish. It is good. Great take to the rim for Caden Schultz. He's on the board for the night with 2. Lane Simmons guarded by Northrup. Number 3, Nathaniel Henderson inside now with the ball. Finds his guy, and Simmons down low, guarded heavily by Northrup. Great defense from Northrup. A little air ball from Lane Simmons. Schultz now eyeing up a 3. Instead, he's going to drive inside, and there's going to be a foul here. It'll be a charge on Schultz. Great defensive effort there from Nathaniel Henderson as he got set and took the charge. Really putting his body on the line for his team. And we're going to get a sub, a little Caden for Caden action as Caden Mitchell comes into the game for the Bombers. Rue Olson inbounds it to Lane Simmons. Guarded by Northrup. Northrup's kind of had him clamped tonight. Should be a screen here. The Bombers doing a really great job of hedging every single screen. Pick and roll not working too well for the Bulldogs tonight. Josiah Skacko playing amazing defense. Lane Simmons now on the baseline, guarded by Northrup. Kicks it out to James Young. James Young will spin move there right into a brick wall in Skacko, and it gets blocked by Skacko. Great defense from the Bombers. Looking to run the floor here is Skacko. A little jersey pull there. No call. Braylon Edwards now in the corner. Feeds it inside to Hornvet. Hornvet looking to go to work, and he does. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Kicking it up the court to Horace Rodriguez. Going down low now. Great use of his body. Another and one for Horace Rodriguez. See if he can convert here. Great hop step there over Caden Mitchell. See if he can get the 3-point play for the Bulldogs. There's 2 minutes, 57 seconds left here in the second quarter. Bombers 20-point lead over the Bulldogs. As Rodriguez does not convert yet again. Another rebound, though, for Lance Ray Hornvet. One of the league leaders in rebounds. Landon Northrup now finds Skacko down low. Skacko inside, back to Northrup. Northrup gonna huck up a shot. Looking for a foul call there, doesn't get it. Instead, Simmons gonna come up with the rebound, finding Rue Olson. Rue Olson gonna take it himself. We're gonna have a jump ball here as Braylon Edwards played amazing defense there. Played the ball, not the guy. Pretty textbook stuff from the glue guy. And we're gonna have a timeout here. Stroyford looking to give some words of wisdom to the boys.
Yeah, what are you looking to change going into this timeout?
Looking to change for the Bombers. I think they need to run the court a little bit better. Not seeing too much transition points, which they normally thrive off of. But they're taking care of the basketball pretty good. Not a lot of turnovers from them. I think they just need to, like I said, get the ball out faster, get on the rim a little bit more. And need to see more dunks. We don't have one yet from Lance. Want to get hyped, see him throw it down like he did last night. The lob from Skacko. Absolutely textbook play from them. As far as the Bulldogs, what they need to change, they just need to set up a little bit more efficiently on offense. They keep running the same play where it seems to try to get a pick and roll, but the Bombers are doing an amazing job of hedging the screen and just not very efficient from the Bulldogs on offense.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I just want to see some people go get some stuff done.
That's what I'm saying. As Hornvet takes it up for the Bombers here. He has 17 on the night, finds Mitchell inside. Mitchell going to dribble it outside back to Hornvet. Hornvet to Edwards now. Edwards, jump stop, feeds it to Mitchell. Mitchell finds Hornvet. Hornvet looking for a 3 here, eyeing it up. Does not get it to drop, instead rebounded by Rue Olson of the Bulldogs. Braylon Edwards picking him up full court, it appears. Doing a great job of cutting him off there from Edwards. Hornvet did not get there in time. Instead, Bulldogs going to drive all the way, and the layup is good for Carter Swanson. Textbook lay there. Nice little finger roll. Hornvet now back up to Edwards up top. Edwards outside to Northrup. Northrup finds Mitchell inside. Mitchell wide open. Does not connect. Tipped out by Skacko. Blue guy. Textbook using the backboard there. Braylon Edwards. That's what we love to see. He's on the board now. First points of the night for Braylon Edwards. As Lane Simmons blows by Northrup. That was an acrobatic finish from Lane Simmons. Gets it to drop over Northrup. He's up to 12 on the night now. Landon Up to Braylon. Braylon back out to Northrop. Now Mitchell on the baseline. Inside, Hornvet down low. Skacko wide open. Great ball movement from the Bombers as they break the zone really effectively. It seems to be like a zone trap defense from the Hermiston Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is the first time so far this season we've seen them face a largely zone team, or at least at home.
Yeah. Rue Olsen goes to work down low, gets that left-handed finish. Great bucket from the kid as he's up to 4 on the night. Hornvet taking it up yet again for the Bombers, feeding it to Braylon. Now Mitchell, deep three. Will not connect. Hornvet looking to crash the board, doesn't get it. Lane Simmons instead marching up the court for the Bulldogs. Guarded by Edwards. He's going to get inside, try and take it to the hole. Doesn't get it. You're just not going to get by a guy like Braylon Edwards. Day in and day out, you can expect him to do his job, especially in the backcourt. Braylon Edwards, one of the finest defenders in the MCC. And we're going to have a foul here on the Bulldogs. James Young.
Henderson into the game.
Young taking a seat. Northrop to inbound. Finds Mitchell wide open. Bulldogs looking a little asleep here. Weren't expecting him to inbound. Edwards up top now with the ball. Going to take it to the right side, back to Northrop. Line up a deep three. Said Skacko down on the baseline, looking to get inside. Feeds it to Northrop. Northrop going to get the foul call. No and one, though, as he cannot connect with the shot. Instead, heading to the line, shooting 2. Bombers with an 18-point lead here with 28 remaining in the first half.
Landon at the line, shooting 2.
And Northrop is up to 13 on the night. Averaging 24.8 on the year. We'll just say 25. Playing very efficient basketball alongside Lance Hornvet, who is averaging 27. Lane Simmons bringing it up now for the Bulldogs after Northrop converts on his free throws. And now Carter Swanson with the ball, guarded really well by Caden Mitchell, trying to get by him. Caden Mitchell with the steal. Great defense from Caden Mitchell. Now the fast break. Let's see if Landon can convert. Doesn't get it to drop, but Skacko with the rebound. We're going to have a foul down low. Skacko heading to the line. Great defense from the freshman Caden Mitchell. Guy's got a lot of heart down there. First foul there for Juarez Rodriguez. Skacko steps into his free throw. Off the mark there on the right. See if he learned anything from that first one. 8.5 left remaining here in the first half at Art Dawald. And Skacko gets the second free throw to drop. Bombers 21-point lead. Swanson with the ball now, guarded by Mitchell as time's winding down here. Big screen there as Braylon Edwards goes down. Shot did not get off in time. Did not get off in time. No good. As we conclude first half play, 52 Bombers, 31 Bulldogs. Kenny, what were your thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, I think 52 points and a half is impressive from your Bombers, but they can do more. They're definitely capable of being more explosive. And your Hermiston Bulldogs kept up actually fairly well. I mean, they also have work to do, but I think really we've seen these games, the changes are often made in the second half. The first half you get a feel for your opponent, the type of defense they do. And so I think coming into the third quarter, within the first 4 minutes or so, once they get back into that flow, they're going to start really, that's how we're going to see the rest of the game go. Hermiston's still in it somewhat as from a competitive perspective.
Yeah.
But it's not super close right now. But Richland's been doing really good, and we'd like to thank first off for sponsoring your halftime stats. Atomic TV has been sponsored by First Stop. They are located at 2110 Swift Boulevard, Richland. Stop by Swift Stop for anything you need for game day.
Yeah, looking at these first half stats, we had the Bombers shooting 54.5 from the field, 6 for 14 from 3, a little under 50% there. Shooting good from the line though, 10 for 13 and only 4 turnovers. And we're just kind of dominating on the boards there. As you can see, we have 23 to Hermiston's 13. Bulldogs not shooting too bad from the field, 43.3 on the night, but you got to shoot more shots and get more of them to drop.
Yeah, once again, thank you to Swift Stop for sponsoring our halftime stats. Couldn't do it without them in the support they show our Atomic TV broadcast. We'll be back here after a short break.
As we're about to begin the second half, get underway here at Art Dawald. It'll be Hermiston Bulldog basketball. Lane Simmons to inbound. Leading scorer for the Bulldogs with 12 points as he finds Carter Swanson guarded by Stackow up top. See the Bulldogs can get something going here early in the second half, and they do. Great find down low to Lane Simmons. Lane Simmons with a great layup, great find from Swanson. As Northrop's taking the ball up for the Bombers. Different look as Hornvet's good up predominantly in the first. Northrop looking to go to work. Does not, finds Hornvet instead. Hornvet being double teamed. Braylon Edwards now with the ball up top. Kicks out to Northrop. Northrop line up a three. Deep three for Northrop. Gets it to go. Perfect from Northrop. Absolutely nothing but net from the kid. As he quickly picks up his man in Simmons. Northrop up at 17 on the night. Little switch action here as Bulldogs drive to the paint. Braylon looking for a charge there, doesn't get it. We're gonna have a jump ball here. Should be Bomber basketball as the Bulldogs started off with it at halftime. Possession arrow now in the Bulldogs' favor. Woodard to inbound to Edwards. A little point guard action from Braylon Edwards. See if he can make something special happen. Feeds it out to Northrop instead. Inside the Woodard, great pull-up Jay, does not get it to go. Rebound Swanson for the Bulldogs. Looking to kick it ahead. Stolen away by Braylon Edwards. Looking up the court. Has a man in Hornvet. Hornvet, little pull-up Jay. Does not go. A little deep there. Rebounded by Root Olson for the Bulldogs. Looking to set up an offense here for the Bulldogs. Their coach is telling them to slow him down a little bit. Braylon Edwards now guarding James Young up top. He slips a little bit, but Hornvet picks up his defender instead. James Young kicks it back out top. Deep three now for Carter Swanson. Well short. That's an air ball. Rebounded by Landon Northup. He's going to try and drive all the way, and he does. Gets the layup to drop. Call Landon Northup butter the way he's on a roll here. Starting off the second half right. He's up to 19 on the night.
Does Butter come in a roll?
He gets put on a roll.
Oh.
Yeah, call him butter the way he's on a roll.
Okay, I get it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah.
As Braylon Edwards does something of his own, coming up with the steal, kicks it out to Hornvet. Hornvet now looking for options, and he has one in Northrop. Northrop looking to go to work, a little behind the back. It's going to be a foul there. A little unnecessary use of the hands there by Carter Swanson. He's up to his first foul on the night. Landon Northup to inbound down low. Should be a screen here for Braylon. Instead finds Skacko up top. And we're gonna have an illegal screen here on Hornvet. He dislikes the call. That would be his first personal foul of the night. And Rue Olson now to inbound for the Bulldogs. Feeds it to Lane Simmons. Leading scorer for the Bulldogs with 14. Back up to Olson, guarded heavily by Braylon Edwards. Now James Young guarded by Woodard. Almost a travel there, but he maintained his possession. He's going to drive to the key now. Does not get the lay to drop. Hornvet up the court to Skacko. Almost got numbers. That's a hard foul there by Rue Olson. Skacko displeased with that.
I think he was about to get up there.
I think he was. He was looking to elevate and yam on him. Unfortunately, hard foul from Olson. Say he'll head to the line shooting two. Skacko was 7 on the night. Does not get the first free throw to drop. Comes up short. Gonna reload here on the second. Steps into it in this one off the mark as well. Rue Olson with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Out to Simmons. Little ones matchup here between Simmons and Northrop. Simmons driving to the hole on Northrop. Northrop with the block. Absolute denial at the rim. Now Landon Northrop with possession of the ball. Braylon Edwards, oh, why don't you? Why don't you? Braylon Edwards from the corner. 5'2" guy in Braylon Edwards. Absolute sharpshooter from the corner. That's Rue Olson now with the ball for the Bulldogs. Gonna drive. Gets his own rebound. Great putback from Rue Olson there. I believe that was I think Lance stepped over the line when he passed it in.
Yeah, that's what the ref said, yeah.
I believe that's what the call was down low. It'll be Bulldog basketball. 60-35 here at Art Dawald. Bombers with a 25-point lead. Swanson looking to inbound. Finds his guy in Evan Hayes. Hayes back to Swanson. Swanson going to take a three of his own, and he does not connect. Great hustle rebound there, though. Back out Swanson, reloads. This one is good. Great shot there from Swanson. The Bulldogs going to take a timeout here after that three from Carter Swanson. He finds himself at 11 points on the night.
Yeah, they definitely have the momentum in their favor so far at this half. That's something you don't see often, especially here in Art Dawald.
No, not too many times you find the weights in with momentum, especially against our Bombers. So we know one of the top teams in the state, and 13-0, looking to extend that record to 14-0. Stroyford giving some words of wisdom to the Bombers faithful.
Yeah, the tone seems to be pretty relaxed in both huddles.
Yeah, not too flustered from either side. We expect to see it a little bit from Hermiston as they are down 22, but they look pretty relaxed over there.
You know, that is kind of the key to basketball, though, is being like knowing your ability and then be able to just do it like relaxed, because you have done it a lot of times before. So just do it like you've done it before. No need to get like all hyped up about it, you know?
Yeah, time and time again, just find yourself in a routine and just know that all the practice and work that you've put in will pay off when it matters most. As we come back from the timeout, Hermiston Bulldogs now taking the court. Ryan Edwards telling them to pick up a little bit full court here on Northrop. So we see 3 Bulldogs now. I bet Landon will beat the press though on his own. Yep, finds Woodard very successfully. Deep 2 from Woodard, no good off the mark. Had it been a 3, I think he would have been cash. Instead, he's gonna get his own board, and we're gonna have a foul here down low on the Bulldogs. It'll be on Rue Olson, his second of the night. Braylon Edwards to inbound now down low. Bulldogs looking a little bit asleep on defense. And we're gonna have a foul here before Braylon even gets a chance to make a play. Again on Rue Olson. Up to 3 now. Bulldogs 4 fouls already in the quarter. 1 more and the Bombers will head to the line. Hornvet, little fadeaway jumper, connects. Oh baby, great pull-up jumper there from Lance Hornvet. Absolutely textbook as he joins Northrop with 19 on the night. Northrop kind of gets sauced up a little bit by Simmons. Rue Olson now trying to go to work on Skacko. Probably going to be unsuccessful as Skacko, one of the best defenders. Oh, never mind. Great finish there from Rue Olson. Little switcheroo from the right to the left. Braylon Edwards, why don't you, kid? Come on, do it again. Oh, off the mark there for Edwards. Northrop trying to get the board there, instead tips it out. It'll be Hermiston Bulldogs basketball. Again, Rue Olson inbound for the Bulldogs. Bombers showing a little bit of a triangle press here. No, they're just going to fall back. Show the blitz, but don't actually rush. Northrop on Simmons now. Outside to Swanson. Swanson, another deep 3. Gets it to go. Great shot from Swanson. He joins Lane Simmons as the top scorer for the Bulldogs, both 14 apiece. Hornvet swings it to Edwards. We're going to have a foul up top here. It'll be on number 1, Lane Simmons. First of the night for him. And that is correct. Since there's 5 fouls in the quarter, Betty will head to the line, looking to knock down his free throws. Gets the first one to drop. Absolutely routine there for Braylon Edwards. Up to 6 on the night for Braylon. Averaging 3.5 on the year, Braylon Edwards. 50% from the field. Does not get that one to drop, but he follows the board. Great hustle play from Braylon Edwards. Finds Jackson Woodard way up top. Gonna give it inside to Skacko. Skacko's gonna take it himself. Little right-handed layup is good. Great touch around the rim from Skacko. As Simmons looking a little flustered. Braylon almost got a hand on that ball. Rue Olson looking to go to work, kind of loses it. Regains control successfully. Swanson now gonna make a step back 3. Great shot over to Landon Northrop. Great shot for Swanson there. Connects, he's up to 17 on the night, having himself a day. Out to Northrop, looking to respond. Does not get it to go. Tipped out of bounds though here. Oh, never mind, save, great save. What a pass by James Young too. Bulldogs running the court here. Northrop jumping a little early.
Hermiston finds themselves on a run here.
kind of clawing back here. Only down 17, Kennedy. They were down 25 at one point. Woodard a little deep too. Great pull-up. Is that so efficient? A little turnaround J. He's up to 12 on the night. Lane Simmons now guarded by Northrup. Dishes it down low to Olsen. Olsen going to drive baseline. Pull up, does not get it to go. Hornvet, another rebound. Looking up the court to Northrup. Northrup kind of stutters a little bit, but gets that to drop. Great pull up to use his size over the defender there. Northrup up to 21 now, first person, and crack the 20-digit mark. Swanson going to drive to the hole. Does not get the lay to go as he had Lance Hornvet all up on him. Tipped out of bounds by the Bulldogs. It'll be Bomber basketball. And we have two subs in for the Bulldogs, and Rodriguez and Henderson. Lou Olsen taking a seat for the Bulldogs. Let's get a little Braylon Edwards point guard action here. Oh yeah, Bray. Yeah, Bray had a kid. We have a foul here on Swanson. Braylon Edwards heading the line yet again. Bombers 69 on the night. Hermiston 48. See if Bed Wars can knock these down. Unsuccessful on the first attempt. Feeling a little bit better about this second one though. Yep, Braylon Edwards gets the second one to drop. He's up to 7 on the night, and the Bombers at the 70-point mark now. Swanson guarded by Skacko, looking to make a play happen. Questionable foul call there. Josiah Skacko not liking it. Braylon Edwards kind of hedged that screen pretty good, tipped it away, but the referee obviously saw something else than we did. It'll be Bulldog basketball here, just to the left of the scorer's table.
On your screen, that'll be to your right.
Correct. Great commentary there from Kennedy Tate. My mistake. Lane Simmons inbounds it for the Bulldogs, guarded by Northrup. Trying to get a little cross there, does not work too good. Have a screen. Great hedge from Northrup again, or from Hornvet. Henderson looking to drive to the hole and gets stuffed by Skacko, but there's going to be a foul call here. Skacko putting his hands up, very confused. A lot of ball there, but maybe a little bit too much body as Henderson will head to the line. Looking to get on the board for the night. Henderson, no points yet. See if he can convert. Does not convert on that first one. We're going to have a sub here. Rue Olsen checking into the game for the Bulldogs for James Young. Henderson now on the reload, digging in. Comes off the mark yet again, still remaining with 0 points. Hornvet, another rebound on the night. He's up to 11. Kicks it out to Northrup. Northrup trying to eye up a deep three here, doesn't have it. Finds Jackson Woodard wide open again, on the elbow. Little turn and score there for Jackson Woodard. He's up to 14 on the night. One of the most consistent Bombers as of late. Skacko playing great defense on Simmons, and losing the ball there is Juarez Rodriguez. Braylon Edwards comes up with the steal. We're going to have a little bit of a fast break here. See if Skacko takes himself off the backboard to Northrup. What a play from the Bombers. Landon Northrup elevating for the slam. What a find again from Skacko. Juarez Rodriguez now on the baseline for the Bulldogs. Down to Henderson, back to Rue Olsen. He gets his layup to drop. Bulldogs at 50 now. Bombers with a 24-point lead. Time winding down here. Skacko now in the corner, feeds it inside. Jackson Woodard yet again from the elbow.
Midi magician over here.
Loving that spot tonight, Kennedy, as he is up to 16. Swanson now guarded by Skacko. 20 seconds remaining on the clock. See if the Bombers can make something happen here. Juarez Rodriguez went down. Rue Olsen, 4-3 in the corner. Gets it to go. Rue Olsen up to 13 on the night. Northrup looking to make something happen at the end of the buzzer here. Feeds it to Woodard. Woodard back to Northrup. Oh, Northrup, don't do it to him. Off the mark on the left there. Henderson with the rebound. That concludes the third quarter of play.
This Atomic TV broadcast is proudly supported by Fowler General Construction. Fowler is committed to supporting Atomic TV student broadcasters and student athletes and celebrating their successes on and off the field. Fowler General Construction is the superior choice for general contracting services here in your Tri-Cities. Through 3 quarters of play, 76 Bombers, 53 visiting Hermiston Bulldogs. It has been an offensive shootout as we've seen back-to-back threes and amazing off-the-glass alley-oop.
Yeah, 2 very clear big 3 players for both teams, Kennedy and Hermiston Bulldogs. 13, 14, 17 from their leading scorers, and for the Bombers, 23, 19, and 16 for their leading scorers. The big 3 and Jackson Woodard, Lance Hornben, and Landon Northrup. Very great trio there. I think they're going to make a very deep run late in the season. Hopefully continue their recent success. So they're about to extend their record to 14-0 here, up 23 here, heading into the 4th quarter.
And in a move similar to the game yesterday, if you watched, you have most of your starters being in. Actually, I correct, all of your starters being in at the start of the 4th, which historically is something we have seen, I think, 4 times this season.
Yeah, like we said on yesterday's broadcast, I believe Stortford's doing is make sure that his boys maximize their stamina later in the season, because if you pull them out and they're only playing 3 quarters in the games that don't seem as significant later in the season when it does matter, they're not going to be energized come 4th quarter late time basketball. So very strategic play there from Stroyford. Swanson guarded heavily by Skacko. I want to have a foul on Skacko. Skacko not been too excited with the foul calls he's had tonight. He's up to 2 on the night. Rue Olson kicks it out to Lane Simmons. Simmons finds Horace Rodriguez. Rodriguez guarded heavily. Swanson now eyeing up a 3 of his own. Off the mark to the left. Braylon Edwards fighting for the board. Doesn't get it. Simmons back out to Swanson. Swanson on the reload. Connects this time. Great 3 from Swanson. Northup looking to run the court for the Bombers. Heavily guarded. Woodard. Way downtown does not get it to go. Braylon fighting for the board. Instead it's Henderson of the Bulldogs coming up with it. So go down to the ground to Swanson. Swanson up the court to Rue Olson. Olson looking to go work down low, and he does not. Braylon Edwards, great rebound there. Looking up the court to Northrup. Northrup going to take a 3 of his own. Off the mark again. Rue Olson now feeds it to Henderson. Henderson back to Swanson. Swanson looking for an open man, doesn't have it. Guarded heavily by Northrup. He's going to take a crazy 3. Does not get it to go. Tried to draw a foul there. Does not connect. Northup finds Skacko down low for the lay. Skacko up to 11 on the night, and we're going to have an injury here on the court.
Glad he was able to get off under his own power. Brief delay in game as Richland walks back onto the court.
Rue Olson inbounding it for the Bulldogs. To Simmons. Simmons out to Horace Rodriguez. And it's going to be out of bounds. It's a hit the top of the backboard, even though it did drop. It will be Bomber basketball going the other way. As Edwards inbounds it to Northrup. Northrup going to get picked up early as soon as he crosses. Down low to Skacko. Great find from Woodard. Almost good defense from the Bulldogs, but caught a little bit too much of the hand there on Skacko as he heads to the line shooting 2. Skacko already 11 on the night, looking to add to that total. We have 4 Bombers in double-digit scoring. Short on the first. And we're going to have a sub here for the Bulldogs. Evan Hayes coming in for Rue Olson. Josiah Skacko now reloading on his free throw attempt. And this one is good for Josiah Skacko, up to 12 on the night. Bombers almost at the 80-point mark. 23-point lead here at Art Dawald in the 4th quarter. Horace Rodriguez now throws it to Northrup. Northrup's going to take that all the way most likely. And Landon Northrup elevates, almost slams it down, gets a little rim graze there, but still nonetheless a great play for him as he's up to 25 on the night, leading scorer in this one. Horace Rodriguez now guarded by Woodard. Some try and drive inside, tipped away by Northrop. We're gonna have a foul call here on Northrop. It's his first foul of the night. Pretty good defense from Landon so far. That only being his first foul means he's played pretty solid defense. Bulldogs to inbound. Northrop tips it away yet again. Bulldog basketball staying here. See if this play works for him. He does get it in there. Oh, and they lose the basketball. Bomber basketball going the other way. Braylon Edwards set to inbound. Bombers running a different offensive set here. Hornvet trying to find Northrop, does not. Fast break lay for the Bulldogs will connect James Young. He's up to 5 on the night. Hornvet gonna take a 3 himself. No good. Lane Simmons coming up with the board, finds Horace Rodriguez down the court on the wing. Rodriguez finds his man up top. Great save there, almost stolen away by Woodard. James Young looking to go to work, gonna take it all the way. Braylon Edwards putting his body on the line for the team as he takes a charge. Great defensive effort there from Edwards. Something you can't teach there, Kenny. You can't be scared to take a charge here and there, and Braylon Edwards one of the best in doing that for the Bombers.
Yeah, I'd have to argue he's probably one of the better ones in MCC, especially if you look at like just the pure numbers. I bet he has the most charges.
Where's Landon Northrop line up a 3 of his own. Off the mark there, a little deep. Josiah Scacco on the board, looking to go to work down low, and he does. Left-hand finish for Josiah Scacco. 14 on the night for Josiah. Bombers move to 83 points. Great block from Josiah Scacco. And Northrop looking for an outlet, finds it. And Joe might just take this one all the way for himself. Great take there as Josiah goes coast to coast. Does not convert on the lay, but he will head to the line for a chance to make his 2 free throws.
Scacco at the line shooting 2.
The first one is good for Scacco. Fun fact about Josiah Scacco, he just tied his career high and now just broke it with 16 here on the night. New personal high for Josiah Scacco. Braylon Edwards face guarding Simmons. Simmons still ends up with the ball, gets his own rebound too. Great putback lay there for Simmons. He finds himself at 16 on the night. Hornvet looking to go to work down low. He's going to drive all the way, does not get it to drop. Northrop crashing the board. A little bit of contact there. Falls his own board. Great finish there from Landon Northrop. Get the putback lay. He's up to 27 on the night, surpassing his average of 25 a game there. Horace Rodriguez now, guarded up top by Braylon Edwards. Feeds it to Young. Young now down to Simmons in the corner. Simmons, his 3 no good, but he follows his board, crashes it, gets the lay to go. Lane Simmons up to 18 on the night for the Bulldogs, their leading scorer. A little bit of back and forth action here, Kennedy.
Yeah, this really has been a back and forth battle here, and that's actually makes it really fun to watch. As Jackson Woodard gets it to go from 3.
Great 3 from Jackson Woodard. He has been so hot as of late from deep. He's up to 19 on the night now, averaging 16 a game. Lane Simmons going to drive pretty freely to the paint, surprisingly. Woodard's going to tip it to Landon Northrop. Northrop looking up the court to Scacco. Scacco looking baseline, doesn't have it. Instead, Northrop going to eye up a little 3, does not have the opportunity. Woodard now driving all the way, kicks it out to Hornvet. Hornvet back up top to Scacco. Scacco will go to work, 13 on the shot clock. Hornvet, great ball movement there from Hornvet. Faking out his defender. Faked the right, then went left, and then great finish at the rim for Hornvet. He's at 21. Braylon Edwards now, guarding Young up top. Braylon Edwards looking for no charge there, doesn't get it. And we're gonna have a foul here in the backcourt, most likely on Young of the Bulldogs. That is his 5th of the night, and he's gonna have to head to the bench. And we're gonna get a sub for him. We're gonna have Rue Olson And Jordan Edwards checking in the game for the Bulldogs. Bombers at 92, 8 more, and they surpass the triple-digit mark as Caden Mitchell subbing into the game for Braylon Edwards. Hornvet looking to go to work here. He's going to pull up from deep. Off the mark left. Simmons with another board. Finds his man down low in the corner. Kicks it inside back to Simmons. Simmons pull up 2, gets it to go. Great pull up 2 there for Simmons as he's up to 20 points on his own. Hornvet, or not Hornvet, Northrop getting in his bag a little bit. Doesn't get the 3 to drop. Lance down on the rim now. Little spin around, almost had a crazy play. I thought he was going to elevate and yam that one. Oh my goodness, a little bit of a rat ball here. Stackout is going to go all the way to the rim. Going to foul and one. Josiah Stackout.
Having a career game today.
Absolute career game. Every point he gets just adds to his career high total, and he's now up to 18. He could potentially have 4 Bombers in the 20-digit mark. That would be very impressive. Did a Caden Schultz sub here for Lance Hornvet. He's most likely done for the night. Great game from Hornvet yet again. Stackout converts the 3-point play, gets that and one. Lane Simmons now with the ball for the Bulldogs. Face guarded by Northrop. Back outside to Edwards. Edwards kind of loses it. Rue Olson coming up with it, guarded by Schultz. Caden Mitchell on the ground. We're going to have a foul here on Schultz. Rue Olson's going to head to the line. And this game's almost over here, Kennedy. We've got a minute 55. Bombers with a 31-point lead over the Bulldogs. Yet again, another dominant win in effect for the Bombers.
Yeah, but I'd say that the point differential is greater than I feel this game has been. I still feel this game has been relatively close as far as every possession. When we're looking at the macro, yes, Richland has scored a lot more, but these different micro moments, Hermiston's actually kept up pretty well, and I think this is a good 3A team that I think will make the 3A playoff. And I don't know how deep they'll go, but we'll see later on in the season. But this has been a really good game to watch and commentate, so thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, definitely. Hermiston holding their own as Woodard pulls up with another midi. An automatic from there as he's up to 21 on the night. Northrop now guarding Simmons. Simmons finds Olson inside, loses the ball, stolen away by Caden Schultz. He's going to find Northrop up court. Landon Northrop throwing down. Great two-hand dunk there from Landon Northrop as he elevates, and the Bombers 1 point away from 100. Landon Northrop up to 29 on the night. As we see movement from the Bomber bench. Potential subs here coming up soon. Wayne Simmons looking to get inside, shut down immediately. Instead kicks it back out to Edwards. Edwards feeds it to Juarez Rodriguez. Tipped away by Mitchell, the freshman. Great defensive effort as he goes on the ground to make the play. Roth's going to gather himself in the corner here and just bang out. Great triple from Landon Northrop. Took his dribble, got set. Barbecue chicken from there. Absolute excellence from Landon Northrop. He's up to 32 on the night. Caden Schultz now defending the Bulldogs. Get inside, good find down low to Simmons. Simmons responds with a 3 of his own. The Bulldogs are now at 67 points. Bombers surpassing triple-digit mark, now up to 102. And we're going to get 2 subs here for the Bombers. We're going to have Landers and Johnson into the game. Landon Northrop and Skako off the court.
Nearly had 4 Bomber players and 20 points, with Skako having 19. What an impressive game from him.
Very impressive stuff from the Bombers. Very complete team as a whole. So many weapons, so many options to go pick and choose from as well. Mitchell inbound. Calling for added support potentially if Woodard can't get open here. But he does pretty easily. Guarded by Edwards. Great play there for Woodard to get inside. Tipped away though by a defender from the back. Juarez Rodriguez lowers his head there, trying to get through, does not. Instead finds Daniel Henderson around midcourt. In the corner now, back down low. Braxton Brazil. Ooh. Great little lay there for Braxton Brazil as time winds down here at Art Dawald. Richland Bombers, 102 points. Hermiston Bulldogs, 69. extending their record to 14-0. Hermiston Bulldogs fall to 4-9. Kenny, what were your thoughts on that one?
I think this was just another good game in which we saw some slow moments from the Bombers, but at the end of the day, they went out there and they got it done. Scoring 100 points, again, is no easy feat. And then also props to your Hermiston Bulldogs for scoring almost 70 on your number 1 4A team in the state. That's no impressive. That's an impressive feat, especially when you're a 3A school, you're a smaller 3A school, to come here at home and get it done. To score that much, and like, this is still a good team, and then, you know, you have great guys like Lane Simmons who are going to go out there and they're going to score 23. I think this is an impressive game for both sides, you know, in that, like, yes, Richland won by 3 points, but still, this is a good game to watch.
Yeah, I think Hermiston held their own, and they should compete pretty deep in the 3A state tournament, I believe, Kennedy, but nonetheless, Bombers come out victorious. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. Here are the final stats presented by Swift Stop. Atomic TV would like to thank Swift Stop for their support of Richland High Student Broadcasting, located at 2110 Swift Boulevard in Richland. Please stop by Swift Stop for everything you need for game day.
Yeah, so thank you guys for watching our Atomic TV broadcast. We'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in.